Sony has officially lost it. We have reached a point in console history where you are asked to pay almost double for a console that essentially serves the same purpose as its predecessors. For well over a decade now, consoles have been more than just a box that you shove discs into. They are entertainment boxes. But that's just really it. I mean, what more could you ask for? You can watch TV, play games, music, browse the internet, with limitations, of course. So, what groundbreaking technology has Sony done to make this new holy PlayStation worth $700? It is a massive, massive improvement. Just get a load of this. Distant pixels now appear just a little bit sharper. Wow. No shit. It's like they've cured blindness. I can practically see every drop of sweat from this distance. If I see a square-shaped hand with a smaller square above it, I already know that that crowd member is giving me the finger. It's obvious, really. Can you not see the difference? Are you too blind to recognize the sheer jump in quality? Just take a closer look. Zoom your eyes in a little bit and you'll see. Sony has always made great consoles and games. For example, the PS2, which I still play to this day, and I'm proud to say it's the only console I've owned from Sony. I did have an Xbox One back in 2016, but built a PC shortly after discovering how much more bang you can get for your buck. I have never been a die-hard console player. I've stuck to PC since I was in middle school playing Roblox Paintball. Okay? Unfortunately, I am not a gaming dictionary like some ordinary gamers, but I can appreciate the dedication and the hobby. Recently, I played Black Ops 2 split screen with my roommate, and we had a grand old time, with one in the chamber, sticks and stones, may break my bones, and I know I sound like a dinosaur when I talk about split screen, but this is what we had as kids when our parents somewhat restricted our access to the internet. This is a part of gaming that is now a historic relic in a museum. Can someone actually tell me the last time they saw a split screen on a modern title? Because I can't. This is one of those features that really made consoles exciting. The fact that you got to rage and smash your controller over your friend's leg was what made console gaming a core memory. But it feels that consoles have become more isolated like PC gaming. Sure, I know people still play certain games like platformers or Switch titles that bring friends together, but it feels as though this is no longer the selling point from Sony or Xbox. I'm getting off topic here. In a nutshell, Sony's PS5 Pro has a slight leap in performance from their showcase. Oh, so amazing. Oh, I am so excited right now. $700 to get 60 frames instead of 30. At this point, you might as well just buy a PC. For $700, you could build a pretty decent system and still play many of Sony's source material. You also get to play everything Xbox as well as Game Pass, since, it's also on PC. And I don't know. Is there a process in their manufacturing where they're suffering from microchipitis and they can only make so many of these consoles? When you add the cost of PlayStation Network, your internet bill, the console itself, and the cost of flagship titles, at what point do we just tell PlayStation to suck it? Again, I'm not a console or gaming expert. I've been playing Need for Speed Hot Pursuit on Steam for the last 3 months. But can someone just confirm if PlayStation has lost their minds? I would really like to know if this thing has something, anything, that makes it worth the $700 price tag. Can it give me a foot massage? Can it cure blindness? Sony has to provide us with at least one redeemable quality because from what I can tell, they've added a vent for improved cooling. And that's it. But, where's the disc tray? Do we have to start buying the PlayStation external disc reader? I shouldn't even be wasting this much time talking about a product that I'll never buy, but hopefully anyone watching this reconsiders handing their wallet to the Sony Pigeon delivery system. Speaking of which, go to Major Trenton's video about Sony's scams. He touches upon the fact that their customer service is basically non-existent. It's got one of those landing pages that only brings you to an FAQ and purposely makes it difficult for you to find human contact. You'll probably get a better customer support experience by talking to a brick wall, At least someone nearby might think you're clinically insane and is willing to step in and find you help. I can confidently say that my 24-year-old PS2 controllers have yet to experience this godforsaken stick drift. But yeah, Trenton basically uncovers a potential scam that Sony is running right now, where they are knowingly using very cheaply manufactured analog sticks so that they inevitably fail less than a year of use. But of course, if you upgrade to our DualSense Edge controller, you get modular sticks. It sounds like a good deal, right? That is until you inspect their website, has no modular sticks in stock. Oh yeah, they're also $20 a piece. Even though I sound like I'm bitching and moaning about only Sony, it's actually a business tactic that's been used by Apple and other tech enterprises for a while now. Right now, they're laughing it up because the process works a little something like this. Buy your product, make your product just breakable enough so that the customer is forced to upgrade, and profit. To top off this mountain of waste that is Sony, we also had the release of Concord, which to my knowledge was developed by PlayStation Studios and Firewalk Studios. And I believe Firewalk Studios is a parent of PlayStation Studios. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, PlayStation had their funding into this game. So revenue-wise, this was a catastrophic event, costing Sony a lot of lost revenue. The game was dead on arrival. In fact, the game was dead in utero. The idea that somehow another Walmart Overwatch would shake the industry and be this groundbreaking title is crazy out of touch. However, they were definitely bold leaving the comments on with the trailer that's still on YouTube. Someone in the comments section there said, "Interesting fact, this game had a shorter life than a fly. Flies live 28 days. This game only lived 14. I think if I were the studio director of this abomination, I would take this trailer down immediately and move to the mountains. Make no mistake, this isn't just a flop in the gaming... this, this isn't just a flop in the gaming industry. In fact, it is probably the biggest flop in pop culture history. It outkilled itself faster than The Culling 2, which Charlie failed to mention, but I'm saying it now. Concord takes the world record, and I highly doubt that it'll ever get dethroned in the future. There you go. Sony really needs to stop taking melatonin and actually wake up from their deep slumber, or Xbox and Windows will overtake the market.